Hello everyone, it's Terrie. I want to talk to you today about something that I think is very important, and I know you do too. The class action suit that was settled by NAR has created perhaps a little bit of a safe space for us, but on the other hand, it's going to upend the way we do business in the future, perhaps. However, I hope many of you were able to listen to Jessica Edgerton, our legal counsel from Leading RE, Mike Staver, Dan Elsner, and Matt Ferrara yesterday on what they see the world sort of coming together on, the real estate community, how it's affecting us, and what we should be doing today. The first thing I want to say to all of you is there's no policy that Terrie O'Connor Realtors can create today to give you a clear path forward, because we don't really know exactly what we're going to be required to do. What I can say, and I mean this, it's business as usual. This is not going to come into effect here until sometime in June. In the meantime, we are all on listing appointments. We are talking with our buyers and sellers. The other thing you really have to be able to do is get your buyer's agency agreement signed. That is something that's critically important. A number of states have made that a mandate in years past. New Jersey has made it optional. And I know it's not customary here to do a buyer's agency agreement for everyone. That is going to become part of our requirements soon. In the meantime, I think it's important to get it. As far as working with your sellers and your buyers, as I said a minute ago, it's business as usual. Currently, there is no one out there with a policy, because there isn't any policy you can actually set. What does that mean? Am I skirting around something that is difficult? I'm not skirting around it. I'm just not able to give you a clear vision of exactly how to handle things. But you're all good at negotiating. You're all good at, you're skillful at dealing with your buyers and sellers. You're on listing appointments. And your sellers, your buyers, they may ask you about this. But I think the answer today is it's the way it was before. Nothing has really changed. It will possibly be changing. And we're waiting to find out how that's going to change. The MLSs can no longer put a cooperating fee in for the buyer's agent. So that is a difference, and that will come to pass shortly. In the meantime, we are still operating again, business as usual. So what I think is important for you to do is take a deep breath, like I've had to do, and say to yourself, this is all going to become clearer to us in time. In the meantime, we have to be able to continue to work, assure our sellers and our buyers of our value, do the job you always did, do it with excellence as you always did, and make sure that if the conversation comes up, you share with them exactly what I'm sharing with you, that the settlement has been agreed to, it has still to be ratified by the judge, that it's not going to change anything until perhaps this summer in June. And at that point in time, we will understand a little bit better how we navigate. So you can still offer a cooperating commission to the buyer's agent. You can still charge your seller what we charge as a company. One of the things that a lot of the advertising and newspapers and TV and social media are saying is this is the end of the 6% commission. There was never a mandated 6% commission by NAR or the MLSs. That's just not true. So some of the press and some of the social media, etc., is really misleading the public. People were always able to negotiate. How many phone calls have I gotten from all of you over the years where I have a buyer and a seller, and perhaps if we could change things a little bit, I might be able to put this together. Or how about a seller who refused to pay a commission that we charge? And so what? They may have gone to a discount broker. They were out there. They're still out there. They were out before the NAR thing. There's no across-the-board collusion in fixing commissions. Every company had the option to do what they want. Some companies are the wild, wild west. They do anything. And I'm sure we're going to see a little bit more of that as time goes on. But anyway, my message this morning to all of you is take a deep breath, as I said. Think about this in the fact that this is going to be a new way we do business in a while. We're getting there. And as we get more information and guidelines from both the New Jersey Real Estate Commission, from our boards, and from the National Association of Realtors, we'll be able to create a policy and be able to tell you exactly how we're going to conduct our business, as will the other companies, because no one can do that right now. So I just wanted to assure you, if you're feeling panicky, don't. Business as usual. Meet your buyers and sellers, explain to them what I just explained to you, and recognize that there was never collusion amongst the real estate companies. Unfortunately, I would tell you that this whole thing started a while ago, and these suits against particular companies were really, in my opinion, and from other attorneys I've heard the same thing, really a money grab for them. If they could get a big settlement, the lawyers make a lot of money. The buyers today are going to struggle to cover commissions for their purchase if they are unlimited funds. The banks are going to have to change and revise the way they do mortgages if we're going to have to roll in a second commission into their mortgage, which we're not allowed to do now. It's always the seller's commission was part of the sale, as you know. So there are changes that have to come about, and these agencies and banks and so forth have to figure out how they're also going to handle this. So the important thing is get your buyer agency agreement signed. If you can get an amount in there to say that if I'm unable to get my commission, we charge 2.5%, that would be great. Make sure that your listing agreements and all are in conformance with whatever our most recent changes are, and if there's anything else, we will update you. But anyway, I just want to say to all of you, this is going to be perhaps an opportunity for us to do things even better once we understand it more, and perhaps show our value, which is so important. And that's kind of what they said yesterday on the webinar. Let people know why you are important. And the majority of buyers really do need an agent to help navigate. I could go on and on about, well, some go directly to the listing broker. Some are already doing that. Will some decide they can do it on their own? Some people are already doing that. Will more people do that? We don't know yet. But most buyers, and I think the statistic yesterday was 91%, still feel they need a good agent to help them navigate the purchase. And we know our sellers need us to help them navigate the sale. So we're in business for a long, long time to come. It just might change a little bit about how we do it. But in the meantime, it's business as usual. Take care, everyone, and I look forward to speaking with you.